Now, going to alex-shaefer, joining us via video Skype, if you happen to be a prisonplanet.tv viewer. But for radio listeners, again, it'll be archived there for you. I saw it all over the news, national news, in the last few days. He simply went out and is a painter and paints scenery and cityscapes, and he decided to add some flames in the background. I've painted burning buildings before, not a lot of my paintings, but some, and a see something, say something person called the police, and he joins us to tell us about the town where this happened and exactly what unfolded. alex-shaefer.com is his website. Thanks for coming on with us.
Well, thanks for having me.
Well, I see one of the thought crime paintings behind you.
Yeah, that's the one, man. That's the one that I mean, I'd done a couple other ones before that one, but that was the one that got LAPD, got the authorities to pay me a couple of visits. Right there.
So, and for those that are listening on the radio, it's an image of a Chase branch bank, a one-story building on fire, with fire and smoke pouring out of the roof. That's nice fire. It looks real. You're a good artist. So tell us about yourself, the type of art you're into, and then what happened.
Well, my name's Alex-Shaefer, and I graduated art school in '92. I worked as a video game computer graphic artist for about 10 years, and then I've been teaching and painting for the past 10 years. And you know, one of the things I love to do is, I guess you'd call it impressionist plein air painting, where you set up on location with your easel and you're painting in public. And you know, for years I've been painting those and selling them, and but slowly I've been studying the world of the economy and Wall Street and things like that, and being in touch with, you know, real news like we're getting on the Alex Jones show. And so I started to kind of combine the two, my sort of political feelings about what's really going on with you know, what I love to do, which is plein air painting. And to be perfectly honest, I mean, I can't tell you what was the moment that possessed me to do that. But I'm just blown away by the response. It's been incredible.
So you did a spontaneous painting, and I've painted myself buildings before, and then said, you know, I'm going to change this to a nuked city. My parents have that painting. I've done hundreds of paintings, but 2 or 3 of them are of either bombed out cities or burning cities. One of them's of a World War II photo I saw of Berlin on fire somewhere around here. And I mean, if somebody saw that at my parents' house hanging, would they call the police? And what was the spontaneous idea? I mean, was it that, I mean, I know if I painted that Chase is burning down our economy, or what was the mental image that made you do that?
I think I took a trip to New York, and a couple of kind of months prior, I'd been doing some kind of a small series of just fantasy riot scenes that were just kind of from my imagination. And then when I went to New York, I went to Wall Street, and I did a little sketching there of Wall Street. And then I turned Wall Street into kind of a fantasy flaming riot scene. And so I think that was kind of the beginning of where I was going with this.
Well, there's a lot of talk about apocalyptic collapse and things. There's all these movies, TV shows, countless films being made with zombies running around killing everybody. Why do you think they singled you out? Tell us about the thought police officer that first noticed this and called the Ministry of Love.
Right. Well, here's the irony. Okay, when I'm painting, it's street art. I'm on the street. I was at a bus stop on Van Nuys, right across from this branch. There's tons of people walking by. I was right in front of a lawyer's office, and he was, you know, giving me glasses of water. And everybody, the whole public, got off the bus, and they got it. You know, they thought, oh, that's great. Oh, you know, the Chase is screwing up my mortgage, blah, blah, blah. And, but, so, I mean, I really didn't think anything of it. I thought, oh, this is fantastic. And then I saw the police come up Van Nuys and flip a U-turn and pull over and approach me. And the specific thing that the officer said was that somebody called the police and said that they felt threatened by my painting. Threatened, that was the word.
Well, now in the fascistic, politically correct system, they are scared of images. They are scared of ideas. If you were painting regular houses burning, they wouldn't be too upset. But you are showing the man on fire and showing through peaceful art your concern. And you said people were resonating with you. And but this has certainly backfired on them. Now your image is in hundreds of publications and becoming quite iconic. And I would imagine you could probably get $50,000 at auction for that painting. In fact, the capitalist in me, if you want to do some deal where we auction it off here on the air next week or something, I'm ready to do it.
It's on eBay right now, my friend.
Oh, okay, too late. How much is it going for?
If you go to eBay and you search Chase Burning, then you can find the auction. And I started it off at $920, which I said was basically half an ounce of gold. And then I compared that to Vincent van Gogh's one art sale of 400 francs, which at that time translated to 4 ounces of gold. So that means Van Gogh's first sale was for about $7,300. So I don't think I'm any kind of a Van Gogh, and I aimed way lower. But so far, it's been almost bid up to the value of an ounce of gold. It's at $17.75. There's been 11 bids and 35 watchers or something like that. It's pretty awesome.
Well, it's about to go up to $50,000 right now. Stay there. Stay there. We'll be right back. I know you look a little Van Goghian. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. It's InfoWars. Alex-Shaefer is our guest. L.A. artist faces police questioning for painting banks in flames. Death and Taxes reported on that and had a photo of another bank in flames. So he's done, I guess, more than one of these, or I guess since it got the attention, he's out doing more of it. So, Alex, tell us about the visits you got from the police, FBI, and others.
Okay, well, the first one was two officers approached me on the street. They pulled up in the cruiser, and they said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm painting." And they said, "Well, someone said they felt threatened by your painting. Can we see your ID?" Now, the great thing was that this lawyer that I was painting in front of, he was just like an instant street advocate. And but I did present them with my identification. I didn't have a problem with that. And you know, one of the officers that was there just kind of stood next to me and was talking to me, and I was talking to him, and he said, "Well, you know, you could be a terrorist." And I said, "But do you really think like this is how a terrorist is going to case out firebombing a bank?"
No, you're using art to purvey a powerful message.
Yes.
And that's what they're saying. I've got government training manuals where they say American flags, get us out of the UN stickers, Ron Paul stickers. That could mean terror. So they're selling us that free speech is basically terrorism.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the officers, I think they thought it was ridiculous a little bit themselves, but they filled out an incident report. You know, they got my address, and I thought it was funny that they wrote down in the personal oddities line that I had glasses and a blonde beard.
Well, that's evil. You may be with Al-Qaeda. But we actually have the training videos. You now are been put in a Homeland Security database. I can send you that article on that. Well, we got it a few years ago. When they come up, they say if you have a cell phone or binoculars or wearing blue jeans, I'm not kidding, go ahead and put people in the terror database.
Well, I was just covered head to toe with dirty paint clothes. I thought that was more of a personal oddity. But I think the thing that was really weird to me was when the two officers came to my house 3 weeks later. I really thought, okay, whatever.
So this is just now getting attention. So they put you in a database, and now the intimidation isn't enough that you've been put in Big Brother's database. They show up.
Yeah, they showed up, and I mean, you know, it's intimidating. I don't hate the police or, you know, harbor any animosity towards the authorities, but
what did they say to you?
It's intimidating to talk to officers. I mean,
they wouldn't like you going to their house. So what did they say to you?
Well, again, they knocked on the door. They said LAPD. And I was like, oh, boy. And they said, do you know why we're here? And I said, is it because of that painting I did? And they said, yes. And they, again asked me, is this your intention? Do you intend to do this? And, I just said, no, this is just a political statement that I'm making. And, like they specifically asked me, do you hate the banks? Twice they used the word, do you hate the banks? And I would throw it back to them by saying, well, you're a police officer. Do you hate criminals? You wish that criminals did not engage in criminal activity. You don't spend your life hating them. And that's how I feel about most of the big banks. But basically right now, all the big banks, they are engaging in criminal activity, fraud, larceny.
And you're not supposed to even talk about that. And so what happened next?
Well, then they said, well, can we see the painting? And I'd actually left it at the Hive Gallery where I'm at right now. And but I showed them just another banal street scene painting that I've done just to show them an example of my work. And I'm holding it up and I said, look, it's like this, but if I just started painting a bunch of orange and red right here, So
you had the art police show up?
Yes, the art police.
Now, how did it end? Because I'm going to have you back up after the auction or in the near future because you're an intriguing individual. But how did it end? Were there more visits? What else happened?
I haven't had any more visits with the officers. And but, it's funny. I have a site meter on my blog, alex-shaefer.blogspot.com. And I started noticing I got 4 hits from JP Morgan Chase headquarters where they were searching deep into my website, half hour, 36 page views. I got in Washington, D.C., the Department of Justice has... Well,
yeah, you're showing our government's the master criminals, in a light they don't like. Alex, we appreciate you joining us. We'll talk to you soon.
We're on